Hello everybody, this is an instructional video on an Android application called Rapid Love SMS. I will start the application and then explain what the application is about. So Rapid Love SMS is basically a texting application which simplifies your texting life. So once you start the application, it contains many different categories, and for each category it contains basically a variety of templates or messages that you can basically select from there and send it to your loved ones. So this application also contains a concept just like Google Plus, that you have circles, and circles are basically a group of friends that you can select a circle or group of friends and basically in one click send a message to many number of people, or basically broadcast it. So let's just walk through and just see how this application works. So first of all, there is always a help available to you by clicking the help icon. So if I click the help icon here, it shows you the detailed help. There is also a YouTube instructional icon. So that's by clicking this slider right here and then clicking the YouTube icon right there. So once you start up the YouTube, it's going to start up basically this instructional video. The YouTube is also available by clicking the menu and then clicking the more, and it's right there. So YouTube tutorial, if you select that. The help, I mentioned it, that it's always available no matter where you go, and also there is a context sensitive help available. By context sensitive, I mean that if you click any of the icons and just press and hold, it's going to give you a detailed help on that specific icon. So for example, let's say that I want to find out what this icon does. So if I basically click hold, it's going to give you information on what that button does. If I want to find out what manage button does, basically click hold and then there's the detailed help for that. So having said that, let's just walk through and see how this application works. Okay, so basically I mentioned there is a category. So let's click the button called category, and you see that these are some of the categories that we are having. For example, cute love messages, romantic quotes, I love you, I miss you, love birthday, and so on and so on. These categories change based on the events that are upcoming also. For example, when the Christmas comes or when the Valentine comes, you're going to see a new category here, for example, for Christmas or Valentine. So for now, let's say that you select a category called I love you. So once you select it, you'll notice that on top it says I love you. By the way, you notice that on top it says not live. This is only for my version because for the purpose of the demo, I just tweaked it so the messages are not actually sent out. Your version will not have that. So once the category is selected, you notice that on top the header it says category I love you. Now after that, basically you follow the numbered button. So button number 2, it says SMS text. Once you bring it up, it's going to show you a list of the messages that has to do with that category. So the category was I love you, and these are the messages for that. So it says, okay, now I selected the category called I love you, and then I selected a message for that. Now let's say that I want to quickly send that to one person. So for now, you notice that there is an icon right there. It's a group of friends holding hands. I'm going to click on that, and then the icon will change, and then I explain what that icon does basically. So once I click it, it switches to a Rolodex icon. So once it displays the Rolodex icon, that means that now I can select the person from my phone contact. So I follow button number 3. It says select person, and I'm just gonna select, for example, somebody from there randomly, and I can send it to that one person. And you notice on bottom it says, okay, the message was sent. Again, my version is not live and the message is not actually sent out. Okay, so then again, let's say I want to select another person. I select another person, for example, and just send, or select contact again, select the persons, send it to that person, so the message is sent. So that's how it's actually sent out quickly. So let's say that you want to broadcast the message to a group of friends. So in one click, you want to you have a message, for example, for the new year or for Christmas that you just want to broadcast to, for example, X number of your friends. That's where the concept of circle comes in. So if you notice here, it says there manage people. So if I click on manage people, the screen changes, and once the screen changes, you see there is 3 circles here. These are basically my circle of friends. So these are the people who are in my circles. There's currently 3 circles: friends, family, and well, actually this one right now says BFF. I've changed it for my version, but these are the default would say other. So let's say that I go back to friends circle, for example, and I can see the people who are in my friends circle. I can select somebody, I can delete somebody from there if I want, or I can select somebody from the phone contact again, and let's say that I select the person and I save that person into my circle. Now I have 3 people in my circle. Now let's say that I want to go to my BFF or best friend and select people from my phone contact, and basically I select people from there and save that person into my circle. Now you notice that it says view BFF 1 friend, friends 3 people. So that's how quickly you can change between the circles. So there's also a config button right here. So the config button is allowing me to change the names of the circle. So let's say that I want to change this circle name. If I click that and then select the if I select the config, you'll notice that these are the circle names. So I can click, for example, on BFF, and let's say that I want to change that to others. So I change that to others. I save it, and oops, I go back, and you notice that now the circle name is changed to others. The circle name is not changed to others. Now I have my circle say friends, family, and others. So that's how easy it is to change the circle names from the default circle names that the application comes up with. So once you add people to your circles, you select the default circle. For example, right now my default is friends. So once you select the default, you can go back to the message screen, and now the message that you have selected, you can basically send it to your circle. For example, right now if this icon here shows, which shows a group of people holding hands, I can in one click send a message. So select a message, I miss you, select the text, and in one circle, in one click, I can just send it to everybody in my circle. So right now I have 3 people in my circle. If I select yes, send away, it's going to send the message to everybody in that circle, and it's going to say here are the phone number and the message that was sent out. So it's as simple as that. Or if you want to send the message to one person in your circle, once this icon is displayed, you just select the contact, it shows somebody from your circle, and then you send it to that person. So it says, hey, the message was sent to that one person. So again, notice over here there is 3 buttons. 3 buttons shows when you have the circle of friends holding hands. If I click on that icon, you notice that changes to 2 buttons. That means right now this is on Rolodex, and if I select button number 3, it's going to display basically my phone contact. If I switch that to a group of people holding hands, and I press the same button, button number 3, it's going to show the people in my circle, and I can send a message to that circle of friends. So that's basically how it works. There's also a refresh button here. The refresh button is basically used to get updated data from our server. For example, when the Christmas comes or the New Year comes, we're going to have some new messages out there for your new categories out there that you can basically select the category and the message from there. For example, if I go to the category right now, there is no Valentine or there is no Christmas item over here, category here. But when the New Year comes, or when the Christmas or Valentine comes, you're going to see a new category over here, and then the related messages. So the way to get that is by clicking on this refresh button. So every time you click on the refresh button, it says, okay, if there was any data, it's going to load the new data for you. The other buttons are the slider. You can always click on the slider and then go to the Facebook. We have a Facebook page out there that you can go there and then leave messages out there, or click on the like button. That's used for sharing. There is also a menu button over here. If I click on the menu, you can click it to rate the app. You can see our other app. You can click on the more, and you can set the sound options, and then if you want to send the feedback to me if you encounter any type of problems, or you can see this YouTube tutorial. So again, the Rapid Love SMS, an Android application that basically simplifies your texting life, and there is always variety of messages. Again, there is like anniversary, funny birthday, thank you notes, wedding, engagement, I miss you, I love you, romantic quotes, friendship, get well soon. And again, we have some funny ones also, like your mama, your papa, or some insults. So just variety of messages that you can just use and send a message to friends and family. And especially, for example, if you want to send a message to your loved ones, or you want to send a message of forgiveness, for example. So right now the forgiveness text is selected. You can select that, and there are some messages out there that you can select and send it out. So it basically helps you to say what basically is in your mind much easier. So again, this is called Rapid Love SMS. Couple of options, by the way, I forgot to mention. There's a shake and select. So let's say that I select the category called I love you. So the shake and select, clicking that is going to enable me to, every time I shake my phone, you notice that the message on top is changing. So rather than me selecting the message for that specific category, I just shake my phone and the application randomly selects a message for you. There's also a checkbox for message update. So once you click it, the message that displayed on top over there, it also shows over here. So if I shake my phone, you notice that the message actually changes. So this is where I can actually go there, click here, and then customize the message and to send out. So that's how the messages are changed. So I'm going to turn those off. So you can use the shake and select or the message update to allow the application to randomly select the message for you, and message update to allow the customization of the messages. Well, thank you very much, and I hope that you have you download the application and enjoy the application. Thanks.